Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar. Starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago, 40 families are now on their way to executing construction works at their homes after receiving grants from the National Commission for Self-Help Limited. That is wonderful news, assisting individuals in building their homes. On Monday, the grant distribution was held at the Hampden Lowlands Multi-Purpose Facility in Tobago. This is the central government's first Tobago distribution ceremony since assuming office in April. Grants amounting to an estimated $630,000 were distributed to successful Tobago applicants in the National Commission for Self-Help's database. I'm sure that 630,000 is in total, not per person. Chairman of the Commission, Vishnu Ramlakan, reminded recipients that the Commission, established in 1987, is focused on improving the lives of citizens. Empowering communities across Trinidad and Tobago is the Commission's forte. It is who we are, what we know, and what we do best. Today, we are investing in the social infrastructure of Tobago by enriching the lives of 40 grant recipients. This has been no easy task, though. The Commission is now under the purview of the Office of the Prime Minister, Kamla Persad Bisesa.
Grants amounting to an estimated $630,000 were distributed to successful Tobago applicants in the National Commission for Self-Help's database. Chairman of the Commission, Vishnu Ramlakan, reminded recipients that the Commission, established in 1987, is focused on improving the lives of citizens.
Empowering communities across Trinidad and Tobago is the Commission's forte. It is who we are, what we know, and what we do best. Today, we are investing in the social infrastructure of Tobago by enriching the lives of 40 grant recipients. This has been no easy task.
The Commission is now under the purview of the Office of the Prime Minister. Liaison Coordinator in the OPM, Ashworth Jack, explained the reason for this as he noted the government is committed to empowering the country's human resource.
This is an indication that the government is saying to all of us that the most important resource in this country is the human resource. So by doing these grants on a continuous basis, it is protecting the human resource in terms of how you live, in terms of the comfort that you have, so that you can send your children to school in comfort.
Chief Secretary Fali Augustine, delivering the feature address, articulated similar sentiments as he noted the grants will provide security and promote mental well-being.
I understand how grants like these can help bring a sense of pride, can help bring a sense of social identity and dignity to families. How grants like these can assist with healthier lifestyles. How grants like these could help with strengthening community cohesion. And finally, how grants like these can reduce social inequality.
Members of Parliament for Tobago West and East, Joel Sampson and David Thomas, were commended for their advocacy for Tobagonians, which made the grant distribution possible. Both MPs urged recipients to make proper use of the grants to improve their lives. Another grant distribution is expected by the start of 2026. Carissa Douglas, TTT News.
Ladies, meet your new go-to bag, our mega duffel handbag, Perfect for your travel, shopping, the gym, and everything in between. Crafted from premium Oxford material, it's not just stylish, it's built to last. The ideal size, flawless design, and unbeatable quality make it the bag you'll reach for every time. Versatile and ready for anything. WhatsApp 762-6589 to order yours today. The National Trust of Trinidad and Tobago is continuing its efforts to shine a light on the country's built and cultural heritage through a series of community-centered tours, this time with a Christmas-themed visit to the historic village of Lopino. I probably went Lopino probably once or twice in my life. I can't even remember properly. I would love to visit there sometime soon, especially during Christmas time. The immersive experience brought participants into close contact with the traditions, history, and living culture of the community.
The National Trust Christmas in Lopino tour brought history, food, and community together in one immersive experience, part of its ongoing mission to highlight the built heritage preserved within unique pockets across Trinidad. Through tours like these, the Trust aims to broaden public awareness of the island's historic sites while supporting the people and practices that keep these traditions alive.
It's basically about creating, first of all, an appreciation among the locals before we could then export what we have, brand what we have and export so that international guests can have a similar experience and enjoy our culture so that people would realize that Trinidad and Tobago is much more than carnival. And
participants began their journey in Lopino with a hands-on pastel making session at the home of Miss Sylvia, known in the village for her long-standing tradition of producing the Christmas staple year-round. The group then visited Cafe Mariposa, where they were welcomed with parang, introduced to the village's cocoa heritage, and guided through a chocolate-making demonstration, all before experiencing a traditional cocoa dance, one of the few places where the practice is still carried on. From there, the tour continued to Aqua Viva, an agro-shop specializing in medicinal and culinary herbs, before ending at the Lopino Historical Complex, a site that traces its origins to French planter Comte de Lopino, who fled to Trinidad during the Haitian Revolution. For Tourism Trinidad, tours like these offer valuable opportunities to showcase the country's cultural depth beyond its more familiar attractions.
There are so many domestic and so many local people here that are not aware of certain areas and how authentic and how original they are, because we have really unique spots in this country, and it is only something good that can come out of this.
Both organizations say these experiences play a role in strengthening appreciation for local destinations, supporting rural communities, and creating new pathways for domestic tourism. For participants, the tour also offered a meaningful way to engage with the people of Lopino and the traditions they have preserved for generations.
I've always heard about dancing the cocoa from since I was a little girl. And so when I heard that we got to dance the cocoa, it took me back to my days as a little girl, that longing to want to actually experience something like that. I feel very fulfilled because I was able to do it. I'm now part of the experience of dancing the cocoa.
The National Trust says it plans to continue developing community-based tours across the country, giving the public more avenues to experience the stories, heritage, and living culture that define Trinidad and Tobago. Carrie Roberts, TTT News.
No more overheating phones. Cool your phones in seconds. Prevents damage to phones and battery issues. Better gaming experience and streaming. USB powered and fast charging. Lightweight and quiet. Ideal for kids and adults. Works with all smartphones. Makes a great gift. Call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Economic analyst Mariano Brown says TNT's newly passed cryptocurrency legislation is a conservative but necessary move to bring digital finance under regulatory oversight. And that, of course, is for both individuals in the private or the public sector. On Friday, Parliament passed the Virtual Assets and Virtual Asset Service Providers Act 2025 to regulate cryptocurrencies and related services. The legislation establishes a licensing framework for virtual asset activities and aligns with Caribbean anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing standards. The bill aims to comply with the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. Premium touchscreen wireless headsets restocked. 1.9-inch HD full-color touchscreen. ANC and ENC noise reduction for crystal clear calls. 90 panoramic sound. Long battery life and fast charging. Control music, videos, TikTok, YouTube, and much more. Camera feature, voice assistant, timer, stopwatch, and lyrics on screen. Water resistant, sleek design. Available in gold, black, blue, and purple. Gift ready packaging with replacement earbuds included. Never lose your earbuds again with the Find Headphones feature that actually works. Don't miss out. WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order. Limited stock available. Regional news now, starting off with Jamaica. Jamaica's tourism industry is rebounding after Hurricane Melissa, with cruise ships returning, hotels reopening, and officials projecting stronger visitors by the end of the year. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett said 8 cruise ships have already docked at Ocho Rio, bringing 32,000 passengers since the record-breaking Category 5 storm made landfall on October 28. Another 8 are scheduled next week, expected to double the tally to 64,000. On the road to recovery, we have to continue praying for the people of Jamaica, though it's going to be a long road to recovery. Montego Bay Pier will reopen Monday and be fully operational, Bartlett also disclosed. The cruise ship sector has opened up solidly, Bartlett said, noting the arrivals show resilience and renewed confidence in Jamaica. He added that cruise lines continue to honor itineraries, underscoring recovery momentum. About 60% of hotel rooms will be available when this winter season begins on December 15th, as some properties sustained more damage than initially assessed. According to Bartlett, some are not going and wouldn't be able to reopen until mid and later next year, 2026. He acknowledged several flight cancellations due to low passenger loads, but expects increases once hotels reopen. Personally, as I said before, I continue to pray for the people of Jamaica and that the government will do a whole lot more to ensure that those living in the rural areas will be given the assistance that they need, and that electricity and water will be provided for them in a very short space of time. Tired of losing your keys, phone, or coins in that annoying gap between your car seat and the console? We've got the perfect solution. Our universal car seat gap fillers are back in stock, ready to save your stuff and make your ride clutter-free. Available in black, brown, beige, and red, they're designed to fit any car seat and blend perfectly with your interior. Simply WhatsApp 762-6589 to place your order and enjoy delivery straight to your door in just 1 to 3 days. News from Guyana. President Dr. Irfan Ali used his visit to Bartica on Sunday to highlight the tongue's emerging role as a hub of digital innovation, economic diversification, and regional connectivity, signaling a new chapter for Guyana's hinterland development. While the event marked the sod turning for a new BK airport terminal, the president framed Bartica's growth as part of a broader national strategy aimed at linking all regions through infrastructure, technology, and investment, serving all the people of his nation and trying to bring everyone together. This is wonderful to see. I'm telling you, it's refreshing to see a politician performing in such a good, wonderful way. Development begins with connectivity. He said, adding, before economies can expand, before opportunities can spread, and before regions can flourish together, they must first be linked physically, digitally, and economically. Connectivity is the backbone of economic development because it links people, goods, services, and ideas. Oh yes, somebody might say it's economically. Okay, so sorry about that. But anyhow, I say economically most of the times. It may not be the proper thing, but that's how I pronounce it. But I believe it's supposed to be economically. President, so I'm just putting that in place there one time, so no one needs to go come and correct me and say, no, sir, it's not economically, it's economically with a E, right? Okay, nice. President Ali pointed to digital infrastructure as a key enabler of this transformation. In 2025, a submarine fiber optic cable was landed in Bartica, bringing high-speed internet and 5G connectivity to town. Fast internet today is not a luxury, he said. It is electricity for the mind. It is the digital network of the future. You won't be disappointed with this one. Look and feel great every day. Painless trimming with no pulling of hair guaranteed. Comfortable to hold and lightweight. Intelligent anti-pinch system. Safety travel lock. Accurate and painless trimming. Durability, 100% quality. Fast charging. To place an order, call or WhatsApp 868-762-6589. Moving on now to the travel segment. Visitors to this Colorado town might get a sense of the familiar as they stroll its charming streets and alleyways. It was designer Harper Goff's inspiration for Disneyland's Main Street USA as he infused its distinct style and architecture into the park. Today, tourists can experience the real-life magic in Goff's idyllic hometown, which is still ranked among the best places to live in the USA. Definitely sounds like another place that I should add to my travel list if God in the future does bless me with the finances to be able to travel around the world. Definitely, I keep telling people, and I told a relative up to last night, first on my list is Guyana, and all other different various places afterwards. Now for the interesting facts segment, the discovery of Roman-era children's shoes in Palmyra is one of the most unusual finds to come from the city in recent years. Most textiles decay within decades. These survived for almost 2,000 years in the dry desert soil and were found with enough detail for researchers to study the stitching pattern and construction method. The shoes belonged to a child who lived in Palmyra when the city was a major trading hub linking Rome with Persia, India, and Central Asia. The craftsmanship shows that even children's clothing was influenced by long-distance trade. The leather, the thread, and the design all point to a city connected to multiple cultures at once. Finds like this help archaeologists understand everyday life in the Roman world. They reveal what families could have afforded at that point in time, what materials circulated through the Silk Road, and how Roman influence blended with local Syrian traditions. Back then, of course. Preserved objects of daily life are rare, which makes these shoes an important window into a world that usually survives only in inscriptions and ruins. That sounds quite fascinating. The Greenland shark is one of the longest living vertebrates ever discovered, with scientific estimates suggesting some of the animals or fish may reach nearly 400 years of age. What? Wow! Researchers determined their age by radiocarbon dating proteins in the islands, which revealed that these sharks are already swimming in the North Atlantic centuries before the Industrial Revolution. Their extreme longevity is tied to their cold, deep sea habit and exceptionally slow metabolism. Metabolism is all about, is an important aspect of this, allowing them to grow only about 1 centimeter per year or annually. Wow. That is something that I did not know, that it had fish out there that can live up to 400 years. Shark. Wow. Wonderful information. Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news headlines. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. The subscription aspect of it is really important. Please stay blessed and stay safe, most of all, in Jesus' name.